Hello again, YouTube, and good morning. It is slightly after 4 o'clock in the morning here in Pennsylvania. Got her cranked up already, starting to warm up and get ready to get on the way. I already did my pre-trip and everything. I'm in my own truck today. It's hard to see because it's so dark out yet, but got a blue truck instead of the red one we had the other day. Here this morning we got Jansen's Market in Wilmington, Delaware, Super G in Newcastle, Delaware, and then picking up a live load at Apple and Eve in Millville, New Jersey. I'm going to try to bring you guys along and somewhat show you how it goes when we have stores, and then when we go to a live load after that. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to really bring you guys into the stores, just because I don't really want to be recording, for people's privacy and stuff. If they don't want to be on YouTube, I don't really want to push that on people, especially just starting out here. So I'm going to try to show you guys somewhat what we do and kind of explain it a little bit. So basically what we have to do is we got to go down here. Usually our trailer with the store load on it will be down in the AB lot, where we have the loaded trailers. We go and hook up to it, back it into a dock door, put our pallet jack on the back, and then go on our way down to the stores. But today I was lucky enough that my trailer was already dropped in a door, so we just got to go hook up to it. Don't got to bring it up to the door or anything, just hook up, go inside, put the pallet jack in, and on our way we go. Alright, we're all hooked up here. We got a 48-foot reefer today. It's a little bit tighter down in the Jansen's trying to back in, so we only got a 48 instead of 53. It's a little loud, the reefer's running. Alright, we're all hooked up. Just got to go back inside, get our seal here, go back inside, grab our pallet jack, throw that on the back, seal her up, and then off we go. And we're back in the truck. Got the E-jack in the back, seal on it, ready to go. Okay, routes here. Navigate to Jansen's. I hope the nighttime video is usable. I don't know how much you're gonna be able to really see. I'm gonna try to put it up and get some driving, getting out of here. Hopefully we'll be able to see. Okay, so the fastest route here is 1 hour and 18 minutes, about 78 miles, and we're off. Okay guys, we're on the road now. I didn't start the video until we were out a little bit. I figured driving out of the yard would be kind of boring. You don't really see much until we get out here. driving. I might edit it, shorten it a little bit. I don't know, I'm gonna see when I watch it back and see how long it is and if it's worth leaving all the video in. So basically what we do is when we get to the store, back in, this store has a dock. Both stores we're going to today actually have a dock. A lot of the stores we deliver to, we need a lift gate. We just gotta drop it on the ground and bring it into the store. But both of the stores we're going to today have a dock. So once we get there, we back in, go on inside, find the receiver for the store, give them our paperwork, and then we get their pallets. Each pallet should have a sticker on it for what store you're delivering to. Every store has their own number, their own customer number. So you find their pallets. We have a load diagram as well that we go off of to know how the trailer's set up. We find which is theirs, take them off, and then the receiver tells us where to put them, where they want us to put them in the store. That's pretty much it. It's pretty simple for the most part. We do have one store outside of Philly that is a live unload, they call it for that. It's hand unload. So that one's a little bit rougher if they get a lot of stuff. We have to unload everything one case at a time. They have a roller system. We put out our lift gate. They put the roller system onto the lift gate, and then we unload each case one at a time and roll them down the roller, and they roll them through their entire storage unit of their store. And they have a little conveyor belt that they put them on that takes them upstairs, so that way they can actually stock the shelves. As far as I know, that is the only store that we have that does that. The rest of them are kind of just either using the lift gate or backing into a dock and just setting the pallets wherever they tell us they want them. And then when we're done at the store, we usually bring their empty pallets back, or we'll bring big cardboard bales and we'll take them back here to the yard. The cardboard bales go out with another company, comes and picks them up. The pallets we take, they'll separate them at the yard. Our forklift driver will separate them at the yard, and then we take them out to Pico in Hazleton or Chep in, I believe that's in Albertus, Pennsylvania, and we'll unload them there. Now here we're just getting on the Pennsylvania Turnpike, which I seen an article the other day. Not sure how true it was, but I would believe it. Seen an article the other day saying that the Pennsylvania Turnpike is the most expensive toll road in the United States. It was either the most expensive or one of the most, and it definitely is a lot. From my drive, I go from, if I take the turnpike on the rare occasions that I do, I'll go from the Mahoning Valley exit, one exit down, it's about 30 miles, one exit to the Allentown exit, and it costs about $5 each way. So that's why I try to avoid taking the turnpike in my personal vehicle. I don't want to pay that every day. $10 a day, 5 times a week. Yeah, no thank you. It only saves me about 15 minutes if I take from taking the turnpike to taking the roads I take normally. So it's not worth it to me. I only take that if I wake up a little bit later. Jansen's, our first store, our first delivery. About 2 minutes out.
One mile ahead, turn right on Buck Road, then turn left.
Here we are. There's Jansen's right up there in the parking lot. This truck in front of us is probably going there also. So if they back into the dock first, we're gonna have to wait for them. Alright guys, I'll be back when I'm backing in. Alright, so we're all backed in here at the dock. This one's kind of a hard one to get into. We got, if you can see it, it's a real tight area to back in. I wasn't able to set up my phone so I can record it. There was a truck coming behind me too, so I had to get out of the way quickly. So I'm gonna go make the delivery, and I'll be back before we go to the next store. So the delivery is done here at the first store, and now that it's a little bit lighter out, it's been about an hour and 15 minutes. Now it's a little bit lighter, you can see why it's a little difficult to back in here. This dock goes on an angle like this. The dock we back into goes on another angle, and there's no lines on the ground. You can't see it back in. And it's a little tight to get around this corner here. Yeah, you can see there's no lines on the ground. It's hard to tell where you're at and if it's straight or not. So now we're heading out of here, out of our first delivery at Jansen's, and we're going to Super G. And you can see it's a pretty short drive, only 14 minutes, just under 10 miles. We'll hit go there. All right, we're pulling out of the dock, making our way to our second delivery. truck that you don't go over that small center median there. So this turn's a little bit trickier. You gotta wait for there to be no cars on both sides, and of course this car is gonna stop right in the middle. Alright, they're giving me a little gap here. You gotta go into the oncoming lane, then hop up over it. You guys can't see the back of the trailer, but I'm barely missing the curb there. That turn is a little bit trickier. About the store that we just did is once you're done, they always, every time we come here, they appreciate us and what we do as delivery drivers. And every time we come, they give us a drink, soda, water, whatever we want. And occasionally we'll even get a sandwich from them, which I did today actually. So that's nice. I really appreciate that they do that. They know how hard we gotta work sometimes, and how long the days we have. So it's nice when some of the customers do that. Necessarily say that delivery went with no problems. It seems to be a common theme when I go there that their stuff seems to be loaded behind the second delivery. So I got to pull everything from the second delivery from the second store off of the trailer in order to get to their stuff. But the problem is, at this store here at Jansen's, they don't have a large dock. There's not really a lot of space to put them, to put the pallets for the second store. So you got to get a little creative. It's not the most fun thing to do, and it's just extra work because now you're pulling that pallet off of the trailer, setting it on the ground so you can get to their stuff behind it. Then you gotta bring the pallet, load it back onto the trailer to just go to the next store and have to take it right back off again. Now, maybe somebody watching this can help me to understand this part, because I've never loaded a trailer. That's never been my job, like at a warehouse or anything, so I don't know. But my assumption was always, with a load diagram, my assumption was that you load the trailer and then you make the diagram after based off of how you loaded the trailer. was always how I assumed it. Maybe I'm incorrect. Maybe you get the load diagram and they're supposed to load the trailer according to the diagram. I don't know. But we were always told that follow the diagram when delivering to stores. Now the problem here, and that seems to be consistent with nearly every delivery we do, the diagrams aren't right. They seem to be wrong pretty often. So, like this diagram here, for the one that we just did, said that this entire store, my first delivery, was supposed to be loaded on the left side of the trailer, the whole left side of the trailer. Nothing of the second delivery was supposed to be there. And then it said that the second delivery was supposed to be loaded down the whole right side of the trailer, with nothing from the first there. So I went in with the assumption of that, and it was completely wrong. The entire back of the trailer, I'd say at least the last quarter of the trailer, the whole thing was all for my second delivery. I was there for about 45 minutes bringing pallets out of the trailer, and I only delivered 2 pallets to my first stop because all of their other pallets were in the back of the trailer. So maybe I'm incorrect. Maybe they make the diagram and then are supposed to load the trailer according to that. I don't know. But either way, it was wrong. So that just adds a little bit extra work. And then you got to check each pallet to make sure it's for the correct store. So I don't know, maybe someone watching this can inform me a little bit better on how that works, but that was my assumption. But alright guys, I'm going to cut to when we're getting to our next delivery. Alright, we're about here at Super G in Newcastle, Delaware. It's right in that little shopping center there on the right side. Back into these dock doors right here, and since there is 2, that means I don't have to wait for this guy to leave. So I got backed into the dock here. The rain made it a little bit more difficult. I wanted to get some backing in here on this video for you guys, but the rain made it difficult. All the water is running right down, right where I was going to put my phone, so there's a huge puddle there. So I didn't want to put my phone in it, but I'm going to go make this delivery. Then we're gonna go to our live load. Just finished up here at Super G at our second delivery. Pulling out of the dock right now. Now we're off to Millville, New Jersey to pick up a live load at Apple and Eve. We have a completely empty trailer. The only thing that is on there is our pallet jack. Our appointment time is for 10 o'clock. Now, unfortunately, with how the first store went, and it took us a lot longer than it should have. Gonna be getting there about 5 minutes late. That's not that big of a deal. They'll still get us in. Should be like a normal delivery, or normal pickup, I mean. Shouldn't set us back at all. About to get on the highway up here. What is this, 295? Going 295 north. There's something I always wanted to do. Flatbed. My dad has his CDL also. He did flatbed for a little bit. He trained on flatbed for about 3 weeks. And then his company switched him over to tanker. He was not a fan of it. He didn't really like it. Something I want to try. I don't know if it was something that I would like, but it's something I want to try. I think it's interesting, the different stuff that you can haul around. Because pulling around a dry van or a reefer, I don't know, just to me it sometimes gets a little boring. Especially when we pick up the same stuff all the time. It's always some kind of food product, obviously, because we're food distribution. I don't know, it just gets boring after a little bit. Going to the same places all the time, picking up the same stuff. I just feel like flatbed would be interesting for a little bit. Something a little different. Now I know some of them, especially like the local, which is what I would do, local. I know they pick up pretty much essentially the same stuff all the time. But it gives you something to do. Like, it's not just drop and hook all the time. You go there, they load you up, you gotta strap everything down, breaks up your day a little bit more. So you're not just sitting in the truck all the time, which I don't mind. That's not bad. But I don't know, some days I would like to get out and do something. I don't know, maybe down the road, once I get a little bit more experience and get a little bit more situated, I guess. Maybe I'll try to make the jump over and do some flatbedding for a little bit. Yeah, we're going over a bridge right now. Coming out of Delaware, going into New Jersey. There's also something I would like to do, car hauler. I know a lot of them. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen one that wasn't an over-the-road position. So that's something I will most likely never do. But I feel like that would be interesting too. Hauling around different cars, especially the ones that take like exotic cars and like high performance cars and stuff. I feel like that would be fun. Cars are definitely something that I am passionate about. I have a 02 Camaro myself that I have a little bit of work done to it. Nothing much at all, but definitely a fun car. That and riding motorcycles is something that I like to do on my off time. So I feel like car hauler would be something very interesting to do that I would enjoy. But being that I have yet to find a local position in one, probably something I'll never get to do, but that's all right. Coming down off the bridge here. I believe once we get off of the bridge, I believe this is in New Jersey. Not completely sure. I've only ever crossed this bridge. This is only my second time. Yes, that is what the markings on the road there said. There was a line that said Delaware, and on the other side of it said New Jersey. So now we just crossed into New Jersey here. I thought so. I thought that was correct, but it's been a long time. I haven't done this trip. This last store that we just did, I haven't delivered to there since probably summer of last year, maybe even earlier than that. So it's been a long time. Gotta get over here. Hopefully this guy lets me over. He did. Thank you. I believe I have to get over one more. No, this one is. This lane is good. But alright guys, we'll be there in about 50 minutes. So I will be back with you guys when we get there. We made it here to Apple and Eve here in Millville. First time I've ever been here that I've been the only truck. So should get loaded pretty quickly then. Made it just in time for our appointment, so just gotta get my check in here as soon as they come up. And then hopefully we can get out of here pretty quickly. They just finished loading me here. I'm gonna pull forward a little bit. I gotta pull away from the dock. And there was pretty good water pouring down, so you know what? Actually, we're gonna drive up here a little. Out of the way. There was some pretty good water pouring down from the roof. I don't want to have to stand underneath that and get soaked. Alright, so we're out of the way pretty good here. Alright, I gotta just get in the back, put my paperwork in the back, shut the door, and then we're good to go. Alright, here. Got us loaded with 16 pallets. It's about 35,000 pounds. Got stuff the paperwork in there. Strap it real quick. See if I can do this one-handed. Gloves getting in the way here. There we go. Good. Pull it tight here. Just like that. Now we can get on out of here. It's about a 2-hour drive back. Got to back into a door, take that jack off of there, and then that's it for the day. We're done. So I really wasn't going to record much on the way driving back from here. But while I was sitting there waiting for them to load me, I was looking back at some of the videos and I realized I messed the one up. I started recording, by the way, this is a tight corner here, so you kind of got to sneak into the turn lane. Even though we're turning right, we got to get into the left turn lane here and hope no cars are on that corner, because you see that pole is right up on the side, and this turn doesn't really look like it was made for trucks. That turn lane there, that left turn lane on that side, on that right side, it should be back a little further so trucks can swing the turn without having to worry about a car being there. But this corner obviously isn't like that. So you kind of got to get in this left turn lane. Sneak all the way up, and as long as no cars are there, you're pretty good. You gotta come all the way out, cut back over, and my trailer just missed that curb there. But anyway, I wasn't gonna really record, but I looked back through all the videos I did this morning, and I realized that one of them I messed up on. I started recording the video with the phone straight up and down. Paused it instead of ending the recording. I just paused it. And then when I put my phone up here in the holder to see driving, I turn it sideways so you can see wider and see more. Well, since I started recording the video straight up and down, and then just paused it and turned it, it didn't turn the video. So when I was watching it back, the whole part of me driving, which is at least 5 or 6 minutes, is sideways on the screen. And I don't think I'm going to be able to fix that. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use that part of the video or not. I gotta see what it looks like once I put it in with all the other stuff that I've done. So yeah, so once I get home tonight, I'm gonna take a look at that, see if it's usable or not. If it's not, no big deal. It'll just make the video a little bit shorter. Doesn't break up the flow of the video at all. It's just kind of me talking about nothing, really. So if it's not usable, no big deal. It's only my second video, so I'm sure I'm gonna make plenty more mistakes. But yeah, we got a little bit less than 2 hours to go, and as long as it's not raining or not really too wet once I get back there, I'm gonna try to get in a video of backing, since I have yet to be able to do that today. If I'm not able to, I might add in, the only thing I recorded yesterday was I was at Nestle Water and I got a single video of backing into a dock. So if I can't get any backing in today, I might throw that video in on the end as a little extra, since I wasn't able to get any backing in at all today. So I'll join you guys again when I'm back at Bizzuto's, back at the yard. So it's raining worse than it was when I was leaving New Jersey, when I got back here to the yard. So wasn't able to get any footage of backing into the dock again. So basically, what I learned from this is I'm not going to record on days when it's raining anymore. That's what I got from this. I figured it was a good day to get the 2 stores in. And then I had a live load after that, so I figured it was a good day for that. But yeah, from now on, I'm not going to record on any days where it's at least raining like this, so I can actually get some good footage. But yeah, I just backed into the dock here. I just got to pull the jack off of the back of here and then park the trailer in our load it line. And then that's it. Then I'm done for the day. So since I wasn't able to get any backing in, I'm probably gonna see if I can add that video from yesterday that I got. It's literally just backing into one dock. That's all the video is. But since I wasn't able to get any today, I'll try to throw that in at the very end. But yeah, this was another day. So thanks for watching.